Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Tulane's offense will go to work first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. And now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The kick is on its way. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So the Auburn Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Auburn lines up quickly. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I always have flashbacks when I watch games like this, thinking of myself as a young kid growing up in Nepean, Ontario, in weather like this. And there was nothing we could do. We just had gloves or mittens. That's all we could afford. We didn't have heat lamps. We didn't have heat blowers. We didn't have these monster special blankets. I mean, players today have it so much easier, but still, I can tell you, not easy to hold on to the football in these conditions.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Trying play action. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Off the RPO, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes the easy completion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Inside the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, people want to say cold is a mindset. No, dude, it's cold, and you're hitting each other. It's a physical game. It hurts really, really bad. Even catching the ball like you did right there for that interception sometimes can hurt those hands. Great start by the defense.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And he had plenty of leg and kept it just straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the... Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They'll move the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quick step and go. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Makes the catch. It's French. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun on 3rd down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. So now to start the 2nd quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. The official says no good. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Off play action on 1st down. Finds a man in the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Here's the pressure. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dobbs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
The Tigers in the hurry-up. wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Looking to throw again. Gets it to the back. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The green wave in a world of hurt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wide receiver. The lone back's got it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Finds his man in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Using the quick game. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to barge in. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. He splits the uprights. They take a 4-point lead here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and pour it right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Got his man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So now it's second and long. Wants to throw again. He's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He's got the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll run play action. It's complete to the left. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release on the RPO. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Tulane right back to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go.
It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. He'll keep it himself. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Finds his big tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Got it in the middle. It's Pineda. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Tulane right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant route.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll start the return inside the spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've been able to move the ball, but the kicker has let them down. They've had missed field goals, and you wonder now if you get in plus territory, you just go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Going to swing it on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got him downfield. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had...
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll try the run. And some room to work. There he goes. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and it's Tulane on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Tremble. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He wants it all. Touchdown, Green Wave. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And wings it incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. On the ground, it's Dobbs. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Tulane right back to the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got to...
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the catch. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tulane.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
up for the PAT. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. On target. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Gets open down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. They just keep firing. With the catch, it's French. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Quarterback on the keeper. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Quick release by the QB. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Tulane now facing 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Pineda. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. I'm not sure what good that did. The completion's fine for the percentage and the stats, but the result's the same. Not enough for the first down. Punt team on the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Working that left side now. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Timeout call by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Working the middle. It's complete. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Touchdown Tigers! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's in open space downfield.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.